24 points in his last 10 games against the Flames, who beat the Rangers on Sunday night. Leafs continue their home heavy schedule. 12 of their first 16 games are here at home. Nylander winds it in front for Matthews, chips it on goal.
Active sticks with William Nylander, still good at pressing Coronado, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1. You can't pressure him. Also, Matthews seals off the back checker. Good opportunity. And the ball's either got to go or stay. Don't halfway it. And Dustin Wolf, who's trying to find his game, makes a good save. And watch William Nylander as he falls. Gets up and not much there, but he stays down.
And Phil Myers plays it back in for Matthews. Cross to Nylander. Nylander rink wide to Matthews, holds and shoots, and Wolf makes a stop on him.
Regaining possession, and good job by Matthews and McMahon to cause a loose puck, and then Rasmus Andersson drifts around the right side of the net. Austin Matthews goes out the back door to the left side of the net, and William Nylander is more than capable of making that pass. And Dustin Wolf has to stare down the captain for the second time on the shift.
And here is Kadri with it. 11 points in 10 games against the Leafs. Lots of friends and family here from London. And now played back across for Frost. Shoots, scores! Morgan Frost opens the scoring in his hometown.
The newly minted winger, great against the Rangers. This is Nazem Kadri, one-man breakout. And you got to be tighter on him. You can't let him get right through the middle, because that forces the defense to back up, allowing the seam pass from Huberdeau, snapping it through a bit of a tip. And a rolling puck for Frost to poke in off the post. And a good start for the Calgary Flames.
Second of the year for Frost, known as Frosty the Goal Man from Aurora, Ontario. And away comes Farabee, along with Sharon Govich. Joel Farabee drops it back to Zary with a shot, and the save is made by Stolarz. Correct. On the Flames' top power play, Matt Coronado back in the lineup, being a healthy scratch against the Rangers on Sunday. Fed back to Frost, across to Kadri, shoots at the goalpost. Another good look for Kadri, and he hit the iron.
Go around the outside of the diamond or box. When you go underneath, that's when everything breaks down. And the seam pass here from Frost, no looker. Matthew Knies can't get back in time, and these are the hard saves and hard angles for the defense.
Back to Weegar. Here's Sharon Govich. Weegar winds and shoots, tip puck in front. Stolarz makes the save and quickly corrals the rebound. Coronado was knocked down in front. Now Kadri goes back to Parak. Winds in, feeds it back in front. Huberdeau got a stick on that one, is knocked down by Stolarz. Cross to Honzak. That's off the skate of Myers and back to center. In comes Nylander with McMahon and Matthews. Put back across, and McMahon with a point-blank chance, and Wolf makes the stop. Flames starting every 15 minutes tonight.
They got two.
In comes Lorenz for Domi. Walking in, he shoots, scores! Max Domi with a rocket, and the game is tied and won.
Great for Max Domi as the puck is flipped out. Parekh gets caught on a pinch, and a line change cues up a 2-on-1. Gordo, I think this puck goes right in the middle of the net and actually ricochets off Dustin Wolf's helmet. And then finds a way to hit the twine. Either way, Max Domi will take it. It's been a tough.
He finds Domi. And the pass back for Carlo missed. Lomberg comes in on McKay, or Carlo rather. In comes Ryan Lomberg in, and looks that wide as Carlo tried to get a stick on him.
Some good wheels and a poke. And I thought he shot this wide, but this is actually a save from Stolarz on the breakaway. He's going the quick release, glove side. It catches the tip of the.
Tonight, the third of potentially 5 straight up against World Series games. As Farabee works it, rolls out towards the goal and scores! And Joel Farabee has his first goal in 29 games.
Feel like an eternity for a guy who's a offensive-minded player. So he is challenged in the neutral zone by Benoit. And Domi seals off Kirkland, but then loses the angle on Farabee because he wasn't anticipating trying to check Joel Farabee, and he just takes it to the front of the net and dribbles it 5-hole. That is a squeaker on Stolar.
Hanley chips that back. Parekh, a long shot knocked down by Stolarz. Rebound can't be turned away, and Stolarz has the rebound.
Short order, and he's got to work through traffic. Frost gets on top of the crease. And Stolarz got to make a glove. He's a goal scorer.
He was a first-round pick of Philadelphia back in 2018. Now Backlund has pocket picked by Nylander. Nice, he scores! Nylander the steal, Nyes the finish, and the game is tied at 2.
Nyes the beneficiary of the good hard forecheck, but the steal from Nylander, and then the retrieval right here. Backlund, he's got a step, but Nylander pulls it right off his stick, and then Justin Wolf can't go laterally that far. Michael Backlund's like, I'm good. Except for that quick feet and quick stick of Nylander turns it over, and Nyes ties it up before the end of the second.
Off the draw, here's Anderson. That clearing attempt knocked down by Matthews. Walks it in, shoots. Wolf save, rebound, loose it, but Tavares at the side of the goal. Now Matthews pokes it back in front, rebound, score! Matthew Nyes pokes it in. It's a power play goal. The Leafs lead 3-2.
After it's turned over to knocking it out, quick hands by Matthews, and then the scramble is on. Rasmus Anderson goes flying around. Tavares takes a couple swipes at it. Matthews keeps it alive, and that's an easy one. Justin Wolf is below the goal line, and Matthews puts it back out for him to shovel in the net before anyone gets there. Anderson almost gets a piece. And so the power play comes through.
Yeah.
The offensive zone penalty drawn by Maccelli. And
Stolarz back around for Ekman-Larsson. Tavares had that poked away. Now brought in by Zaria, backhand shot. Stolarz save, and Ekman-Larsson knocked the rebound away.
Quick little turnover by John Tavares. And active stick from Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Domi drops it back to Riley. He's got some room, walks in. That centering pass, backhand shot. Turned away from Lorentz. And bounced back to Meyer. Riley's shrink wide pass is picked up by Backlund. In front is Honzek with a chance, scores! A quick turnover, and Samuel Honzek has his first National Hockey League goal to tie the game at 3.
Riley beat Myers. Myers wants no part of this puck. Riley's trying to go back to him, and Myers isn't ready for it, doesn't want it. Eventually it turns over, and Backlund's able to kick it into Honzek, who just shovels it 5-hole real quick past Stolarz.
In his 14th career game, Honzek, who was a first-round pick in 20. Easton Cowan tried to find Lorentz with it. Here's Domi with a chance, and Wolf makes the stop on the quick shot by Max Domi. With an injury he suffered a couple years ago at the World Junior Championship. But a player that Flames really like. As McCabe bumped that head for Domi, can't get a shot away. Now Weegar can't poke it out. Tavares finds Nyes. Domi in, shoots, scores! Max Domi's got 2, and the Leafs have the lead right back.
Domi needed a game like this. He thought this was not going to work out. It was like Keystone Cops between Nyes and Domi bumping into each other, but Tavares turns it over, and Domi, who is loath to shoot the puck, has no choice but to rip this one, and he makes no mistake, blocker side. Really good shot. Wolf is reading glove. You see that right knee drop. He doesn't think the puck's heading that direction, and Max Domi.
6 skaters on 5 for the Flames. Parekh back across to Anderson. Parekh in for Kadri. Shoots. Stolarz save. Rebound loose in front. Picked up by Waugh. Lifts it back down to the Flame zone, and that'll do it. The Leafs overcome a pair of deficits. And a late equalizer from Calgary. Win it 4-3. They've won 7 straight.